out there, folks? Hope you're all doing well out there. I have to warn you now, this video might end up being, well, it's probably going to end up being a bit of a waffle, because I really don't know where to start with this one. I really don't know where to start. And I want to try and get it all done in one take, because there's something important that I need to do later on today, which more on that later. So this video's a big thank you to a lot of people, and mainly you guys out there. So on Tuesday of this week, 1st of November, this little channel of mine hit 1,000 subscribers, which is a bit of a milestone. I could have never expected this to happen, but it has, and it's all down to you guys. So I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's supported me on the channel, given me encouragement, and come and raced with me, and I've had great times on the server with you guys all. And I want to talk a bit about what this all means for the channel, where it's going to go in the future. But you might be wondering why I didn't make a video on Tuesday. The reason is because so I hit 1,000 subscribers on Tuesday, and when you hit 1,000 subscribers and you have about 4,000 viewing hours constantly, YouTube then will send you an email and offer to make you a YouTube partner. And because this had just happened on Tuesday, it was late Tuesday night, very late Tuesday night, that didn't happen, so I thought I'd wait and see what happened. And I woke up this morning to an email from YouTube telling me that I am now a YouTube partner. So I am actually sort of officially, I guess, a YouTube content creator. And I just can't believe that this has happened. So, I mean, I started making videos about 15 years ago, and it's always been to do with well, I've got a couple of channels, and it's been to do with music and sim racing. So if we have a look here, I've got a little tab here. This is an old channel of mine here that I started, as you can see from the description of the videos, from 15 years ago. And these are some very, very low resolution videos that I made, just kind of fan videos, really, of the original R Factor, which I was racing back then. And I was sort of doing compilation videos. I did a bit of work on, or adjusted a few notepad files, and managed to expand the damage capacities and bits falling off cars in certain videos. So the tarmac terrorism video there, that's all crashes with extra damage put on. One of these videos, this is a channel I can't even log into anymore because it's an old legacy channel. As you can see, to this date, it's got 13 subscribers. And one of the videos has got 218k views, and that's a BMW. Oh, well, that's me drifting around a corner in a BMW. Oh, that's adverts.
There's always a reason.
But then I was making videos of drifting with my own music on them. So this is one of them, and as you can see, it's fairly low res. I was really into heavily distorted music at the time, so I recorded some guitar and put it to a heavily distorted beat, laid down a bass line, and then went drifting in what was at the time one of my favourite simulators. Anyway, you can go and have a look at that channel if you like. It's called TT 1988 Driver. That was 15 years ago, and I kind of did it because I just loved. I've always loved sim racing. I've always loved racing games, and I love sim racing. It's done so much for me. Sim racing has helped me out in all sorts of ways, mentally, even physically. During lockdown, when this channel was this channel here was in its beginning, I was just so I could make better race videos. I was getting up in the morning and doing 40 press-ups and then going on a 2-mile walk to properly wake myself up so I'd be sharp on the steering wheel and with my brake and throttle inputs. You know, healthy body, healthy mind, all that sort of thing. And now I've got a channel with 1,000 subscribers, and you guys have been awesome. I've had. I told you it was going to be a waffle, didn't I? I've had so many wonderful comments from all of you on one of the last videos, congratulating me on hitting 1,000 subscribers here, and thank you so much. Some of you have been with this channel now for it's been 2.5 years or just over. That I started this channel. The main reason I started this channel, you know, when I started the old channel, I used to watch other YouTube videos, people who had made fan videos of R Factor, things like that. Then I got into for up and coming bits of hardware and the software and different. I'd watch other people's YouTube videos, and I want to thank them for being inspirational. You can see down here there'll be a few names you probably recognize in here, and there's many more of them. You know, the Muscles, the Jimmies, the Daves, the Ermins, the Wills, and oh, so many. It's just too hard to list. And I used to love watching their videos, and it would inspire me to go and try out new mods, new tracks, new cars, and new simulators and hardware. And I've learned so much from YouTube videos like that. So thank you to the other content creators. And it's not just sim racing. I've learned so much about playing the guitar from other YouTube content creators. Really, really good YouTube content creators. And it's all for free. And I think it's just amazing. I am totally waffling here because honestly, it's a bit overwhelming. I got the email today, and then there's loads of stuff that I have to do and sign into, because of course, once the channel gets to this point, you get monetized. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what does that mean for you guys out there? What it means for you guys out there is nothing changes. You get to watch the channel for free. Come and join us on the servers for free as well. The Automobilista server I run. I now have the capability in future, possibly, to run, you can see it coming up here, an R Factor 2 server. And I've also just sorted out the bits and pieces to run an AC server as well, maybe for a bit of drifting. That would be fun. Does take quite a while for this dedicated server to initialize for the R Factor one. But basically what monetization for this channel means, going back to my channel here, is that I will start getting revenue from this channel. That will enable me to do so much more with the channel, and also keep doing it, because I've done all of this off my own back. When I started this channel over 2.5 years ago, I was on a potato. I think it was a 750 GTX graphics card and an old i5 processor. And it's still here, actually. I need to salvage the hard drives out of it. But so many people have helped me and support me. And the way this channel started was... I was out of sim racing for a while, and then I met. There was a friend I knew who used to come to my jam sessions, and we were having a drink at the bar one day when it wasn't a jam session, just talking, and for some reason sim racing came up, and I think I mentioned something about it, and he turned around and went, "This is what I do. This is what I love." And the next thing I knew, I was this guy that I'd known for several years. Turned out to be a full-on sim racer. I went round his house. There's a full-on sim rig there. All I'd ever had was a single screen and and a plastic steering wheel. And I went round there, and there was a triple screen set up with a frame that he'd made himself, and just the full works, and it was fantastic. And we ended up we've been sim racing together since, and that is Pete. Pete, I want to thank you very much, because you were the person who you saw some of my old channel and you said you should do this again. You should, and this was. He said you should do sim racing videos. And I thought, oh mate, yeah, I can't get into that old channel anymore. Maybe I should start making sim racings. It just started out as I thought it'd be a bit of fun, and now it's come to this. And Pete has been the biggest supporter of the channel. I've used some of his inventions. This seat I'm sitting on has his motors in it, tactile feedback motor system, and he's helped me out with remote servers, all sorts. I've had other people on the channel as well. There's a fella who didn't want to be named. If I can find this video, and there's me looking a bit weird. So when I was trying to run a server, he donated a bunch of parts for the server, and me and my dad we drove out to get these. We met him in a car park and got these parts for a server. And so thanks to you, mate. This is when we went out. We've just gone out to collect all of the bits from the very kind gent who has donated a motherboard, CPU, and RAM, and a graphics card, and a webcam for putting together the new, what will be the new potato server. Potato! And it's all here. It's really weird. You've got your fan in there, and there's a CPU, and there's a little webcam there. It's really weird. It's a proper. Anyway, so funnily enough, one of the bits of gubbins in that box was the webcam, which has ended up being the most useful bit of kit that I got out of it, because the whole server thing didn't quite work because of problems with the other PC, and it's the webcam that you're looking at me on now. So, cheers, mate, for that. I've had other people get involved. Jakob, who used to run an online league, was offering me to help me out. Video collaborations with people like Mimo. And some of these things have never happened, but I'm still in contact. And as things have progressed, there's people like Paul Jeffries from Race Department, who gave me my first opportunity to post a video on Race Department that he rather liked, involving Assetto Corsa Composizione, and other people as well, like Bram from Race Department, who gave me the opportunity to start writing articles for them, which I've included some of my videos in, and that's really boosted the channel. Thank you very much, mate. I've through the channel, I've had at least 2 people who have seen the videos who've ended up becoming friends, coming around to the house, having a go in the rig. The rig now, as it is, I mean, it was about just nearly 2 years ago that I got the new computer and the rig, paid for with some money that I got from working on the river in Cambridge. And they came round, tried out the rig, and then have both gone off and bought full rigs and got heavily into sim racing. also people who have gone out and bought certain sim racing games because they've seen the videos, and so it's kind of inspired them, which I'm really happy to say. In fact, one of those people who bought a rig, um, through this channel, it's helped me reconnect with that person, an old friend, previously known as the Hippo, now known as Flip Flop, and we reconnected after many years, and he said, I've been watching your videos, and I love the sim racing stuff. He's now got himself a rig. He's really, really, really enjoying it. He's got himself a Set Corsa Composizione as well, Automobilista 2. I think he might be interested in R Factor as well because of the BTC. He's a massive BTC fan. And it's just, it's amazing. Now I race with him online. We talk to each other over Discord. And I was just a guy playing racing games, and now, this channel has taught me to video. I started out this channel on Windows Movie Maker, and then it moved to OBS, and then DaVinci Resolve to edit things, and so I just want to say a big thank you to all of you. Because without you, this wouldn't be happening. And some of the guys, I want to thank my Patreon subscribers as well. You know who you are, and you've offered to help me out, and you have. Cheers to Marty for just sitting and watching the videos and having vodka whilst he watches a live stream. My friends who aren't in sim racing, who have watched me online racing from Facebook. My folks as well, who have given me a space to have this rig. I've even had my mum proof watch some of my videos, and my dad likes he likes watching the online race videos as well. And it's a bit of a thing this now. And I'm sure I'm missing loads of people out here, which is this is the thing I'm worried about making this video, but yeah, thanks to all of you who have helped. Josh over at Direct Computers for keeping this lovely PC updated for me, and so yeah, I'm totally waffling on, but yeah, in the future, any money that this channel makes, I've got several ideas that I want to go ahead with. It will enable me to keep doing this, because there are things that need. This steering wheel is, I don't know if you can see that, but it's falling apart. It's been so used. The hard drive isn't going to last too long in this machine, because I constantly read with all of the videos. It's a terabyte hard drive, but with all the games on it, and then the videos take up so much space, it's constantly near full, and I'm constantly writing and deleting, because when I do so many takes, if I'm not happy with it, I delete those. So that'll need replacing. The fans on it could do with a bit of work. And in the future, I could possibly buy another PC to stream from, rather than streaming and serving and racing on the same PC. If I could have another PC for streaming and running a dedicated server on, and also pay for a better internet connection. This one's about 100 meg. Surprisingly, I can run servers with like 20 people on Automobilista 2 and stream from the same PC. I don't know how it does it. It's amazing. This channel has inspired me to do all sorts of crazy stuff, like write songs. So here's one I did for Mike from Simracing 604 when he was having a bit of trouble. Sim racing dreams are not made of these, so I stand with Mike. So, you know, and Christmas songs as well, sim racing Christmas songs. Look at this ridiculous idiot.
Last Christmas, you opened the door, and at the very next corner, you punctured me raw. This year, you can't grab my gears, 'cause I joined another server.
Cheesy, isn't it? But I've got some musical ideas actually. I've got an idea I need to put to Bram over at Race Department for a musical sim racing thing. Damn it! I knew I wouldn't be able to get through this all in one take. Talking of music and cars, thank you also to my brother who allowed me to use his piece of music in my Monte Carlo Rush video, which was about R-Factor 2, taking the 1960s F1 cars around 1960s Monaco. He allowed me to use his amazing jazz tune Rush in this bit of footage here. It just fits it so well. And also sort of musically and carishly as well. The reason I never race on or am online on a Sunday, just in case you were wondering, is because I run my jam session at the local pub all day. And we get some amazing cars turning up there. But yeah, the reason I don't, I'll show you those in a minute. The reason I don't come and jam or come and jam online is because we're up the jam session getting up to this sort of nonsense. So yeah, that's why. But there's a fair few guys that come to the jam who are also car heads. Some of them have been round here to have a go on the simulator. They turn up. These are some of the cars that get parked outside the jam session.
Wow, what a car. Thank you, Jeff.
And this one in particular, I've just got to show, because I was thinking of you guys when I took this photo. This one turned up and I just had to take it. Have a look at the last few letters on the number plate. See what I mean? Force feedback. Even people like oh, and thank you to all the guys at the jam for all the help you give me running the jam every weekend. I love you guys because, of course, music is my other passion. And a lot of you guys have helped me out a lot. In fact, one of you, you know who you are, has even got me out because you knew that I was into sim racing and cars. You asked me to come and help you do a job for a day with you and moving a few bits and pieces for a private job at a guy's house who just so happened to be an ex-Red Bull F1 engineer who was in charge of suspension and chassis tolerances, and guess what? Ran their simulator and told me a very interesting story about one day when they had Max Verstappen in the simulator. Anyway, I can't name names because that was a private job. And just before that, when we were at the workshop ready to move this stuff on the complex there was one of the units was a bunch of mechanics, so I got to look around all of their stuff, including this head off of a Nissan GTR. And back to cars again as well, someone that I've not mentioned yet, Steel Reserve, thank you very much as well, because you've been in contact several times and offered to help me out with the channel when I was going to run as a live server. On the live server, you know, you guys know who you are, who come and race on the server, and we're going to be doing a bit of that this weekend for sure. for sure. That's what I meant to. That's what I mentioned at the start of the video. I'll come to that in a bit. But there's been some amazing moments, and we have had a laugh. Great racing and a laugh. Look at this. Oh, Gran Torino got a good exit onto the back straight there. He's now flying ahead. The car, everyone's got their lights turned on behind him. Moist Larry. We've got someone called Moist Larry behind me. Moist Larry. I told you there's some great names in the server today. That's always going to make me laugh. Thank you. You're a genius for coming up with that name. And great times making videos as well, where I've really enjoyed making the video. And, you can tell by sort of the end of the race at some videos, like this one just recently. I have to tell you folks, that was some of the best multi-class racing. It's been a journey, and like I said, this channel has helped me out mentally and physically, and thank you to all of my mates, some of which I've already mentioned, who, when I've been feeling a bit low, didn't want to get in front of the camera and stuff, and thinking, this just being down on myself, and their phone went, oh, I saw your video the other night, that was great, and they've sort of picked me up and inspired me. I've gone, yeah, I will make that video I meant to make, so thanks for the support, everyone. Now, I've got to stop waffling because this video is a lot longer than it should have been, but it just feels like a milestone. It feels like an achievement. Having 1,000 subscribers. It's just, I'm now sitting at, as of today, 1,035. So cheers to all of you who have been around, since the beginning, and also to the new subscribers as well. I've had lovely comments from all of you. And on Tuesday, I woke up Wednesday morning and I just wanted to celebrate. And I've been thinking about what to do, and I thought I'll leave it until it's official, and it is, as of today, official. But also, I just thought, do you know what I want to do to celebrate? I just want to race with you guys. I just want to race with my subscribers. I have the best time doing that. And I was thinking, how am I going to do this? Should I make some sort of presentation video? Should I do it? I really want to do a thank you video. But I really just want to race. And I was having and hawing about it because I'm. And then just this morning I woke up and I've got a message from one of my subscribers, and you know exactly who you are, mate. And you said you've reached 1,000 subscribers, so you'll be doing that community race soon, won't you? You know who you are. And yes, mate, thank you. You helped me decide today, right, I just need to get on and do that. So yes, I'm going to do that community race, mate. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to be running a live server in Automobilista 2 today. And I usually run my servers without a password, but I want today and tomorrow, I'm going to do it tomorrow as well. I want today and tomorrow's set, because I know some people are working today and some people are off on Saturday, or maybe the other way around. And there's people in different regions as well, who may not be able to make it one day and can make it another. I'm going to run a live server in Automobilista 2, easiest one to do it in. I will be going back, because I'm on the release candidate build at the moment. I shall be reverting to the non-beta or the non-release candidate build, because there are just too many there are problems with trying to go online with the release candidate. So when I run this server, if you could all be on the normal version of the of Automobilista 2, please, to make things run smoothly. I shall be posting up when it goes live. You will get a notification on the channel. But also I have a thread here over at Reza, and there will be notifications in there as to the format of what it's going to be. It's probably going to be usual sort of 15 minutes qualifying, 20-minute races. But hopefully we'll have a damn good time enjoying what we all love and what this channel's all about, and what's brought everything together, which is sim racing. So on that note, thank you, massive thank you to the developers for these amazing simulations that we all know and love. You know, and the ones I've enjoyed over the years through and also games I've enjoyed through the years when I was younger and I had a Sega Mega Drive and then a PlayStation. So, you know, to the big companies, to the small companies. So yes, I'm going to include Codemasters in there, massive company who started me off with, or they didn't start me off. I started off on a BBC with a BBC Micro with things like Revs and an IndyCar game and little bits, you know, and then later on there was Codemaster. I love the Tocker games. Then there were the small teams as well. The guys who made Live for Speed, which is still going and still an amazing simulator after all these years. ISI, Studio 397, who took over from them. Reza Studios, Kunos Simulations, the guys behind what was previously Rig of Rods and is now Beam MG Drive, and the people from Bugbear, whose games I've enjoyed for a long time, just for fun, just fun driving games like Flat Out and Wreckfest. Assetto Corsa Competizione, GTR2, Simbin, Papyrus, NASCAR 2003, Grand Prix Legends, just all of these absolutely amazing sims that we get to use, and also the modders out there as well, people like Tommy, who does the amazing mods for R Factor 2. I've bought his DTM mod, it's fantastic. The guys behind Crew Chief, which is, you know, literally it is the best program for getting your race information. Thank you to you guys. Thank you to the people who have made the unbelievable amount of tracks and cars for open sort of sandbox simulations, if you like R Factor 2 and Assetto Corsa. I mean, all you have to do is go on to Steam and go to the workshop for R Factor 2, say, and there's thousands of amazing mods out there, and there's so many, there's too many of you to list. The guys behind Content Manager for AC, which has just done phenomenal things with that simulation. I need to make an AC video, I've not done that. Just thank you everyone for what this fantastic little hobby is for all of us wannabe race drivers, and for those of you out there who are real race drivers who use these simulations as well, for the online community, for the wonderful nights of being on a server with a bunch of other people who share the same hobby for an hour competing, you know. It's just you know, and there's so much amazing stuff to come, you know. This year has been incredible with what's happened to R Factor 2, Automobilista 2, ACs. It just, the inclusion of R Factor 2 in the low fuel motorsports platform. Wow, it's fantastic. You know, all of you guys out there who run the servers, run the websites. Thanks for this amazing. It's all about sim racing. We just love sim racing. So yeah, that's if you're still here now, still watching this, I don't know how you've got through this slightly emotional waffle, but thank you. And let's look forward to some racing today. Keep an eye on the channel, turn your notification bells on, keep an eye on that thread over at Reza, and come and join us on the server. I usually run it as an open server without a password, but I want today and tomorrow's races to be for you guys first. The server will probably only take up to about 20 people at a time, but there'll be people jumping in and out, so that hopefully you can all get in at some point. It will be passworded. It'll be password. You can ask for the password in the stream, and I will give it to you, because I want you, the subscribers, to be the people on that server racing with me. From the bottom of my heart, thanks very much, and happy sim racing. I can't speak properly. Happy sim racing, and I'll see you on track later today. Cheers.